So this is about how we do the planning. So next one, how we do the design. So in the design, I think in our Bentley system, we have a lot of different solution in doing the design or modeling. Again, we just based on the technology from the reality models that what you just see it. So we can do the design. I think because I'm coming from the civil engineering background, I give you one or two examples about how we design it nowadays, how the people's design. Just the one thing I just want to give it to you is about the railway in Italy. So they just won our one of our award. So their project is just like this. So just go through they building one of the big tunnels in Europe. So you can have a look. It is our rail object models. So you can see it's from surface models, go to the tunnels, and even they have details as the slipper, track, and even the catenary system. So the file size or project size huge. Okay, so you can see from the surface to the tunnels, and then even they can design the substation or the station as well here under the tunnel here. So again, the main objective is not only for telling the contractor to build this project, but also can help them to do the operation maintenance later. That's why the design is focused on the digital twins initiative. So you can see the level of detail is very high here. So you can see they can also do a lot of different animation and simulation before they build. So they can help them to estimate the, all the weeks and also even estimate the budget, and also can plan for the construction sequence, which can help to use in Synco later. So that's why this is one example who won our award last year for the rail. So again, one more thing is not only the railway but and the civil part, but it is also involved some of the building, mechanical, etc. Another example I want to share with you is close to me is in Shenzhen is another highways design as well. So this one you can have a look. They also build their design, and you can see the surrounding model is based on the reality models or reality mesh that we just mentioned in the last 10 minutes. So they can create a new design and do the animation about the traffic here. So what you see, the bridge is the new design, okay, and then you can see how it work closely and integrated with the surrounding. Again, it is not something that you can done in CAD or just a simple BIM models, because they can do it, integrate with different reality here. So the main purpose again for them is not only for the design, but also for the construction. And later, they want to create a toll plaza for the operation maintenance as well. So you can see the details of this project and how they integrate with the design and the existing reality here. Okay, and the animation here they did very good. Okay, for the traffic. So they even based on this model can do some during the construction to do some traffic diversion project or simulation as well. So this is about 43 kilometers long road. They have about 6 kilometers bridge, and there's almost like they have corridors covered, and also there's about a lot of bridge prayer here as well. So it is how they are working today. Okay. Okay, now you may want to ask what kind of the tools they are using now. So I just brief you a little bit. In Bentley, we have different application for different disciplines. For example, if you are the rail engineer, we have the tools to help you to do is called Open Rail. So if you are doing the role, we have the tools for we call open roles designer. And if you are just doing the site formation, we have this tools called open site designer. So three of them can be fit for different meet your requirements. So and then if you are the rail engineer, maybe you just need open rail designer to help you to create the model, the digital models. So just briefly to tell you what's the function they have. So like in the open roles or all the open civil design, I would say, they have a tools for surveying, terrain modeling, some of the geometry. They have corridor modelings, and they can also doing some dynamic cross section. They can integrate with your design with called design intents. They have a parametric cell and even doing the design time visualization by using these open roles, open rail, or open site designer. So now the change is very easy. You can have a look here to create a role. If you want to change the model, just simply parametrically to change it. Like I want this area from we call cut and fill slope change to the retaining wall. You can see we just simply click accepted, it will change, and the cross section will also change as well. So it is quite dynamic nowadays to create these models. So of course, the model is not only limited to the road design. If you want to add more object or structure, like I want to put some street furniture there, then I can simply go to the some of the we call a library. We have some component center. You can just drag and drop the center to your models. So and also this model this object is not a fixed one. You can parametrically to change it and also to design the dimension of it for a different project or different need. So it can easily to sync with it. Now in the digital model world. So it is a three-dimensional, so that's why you can go through and see what is going on and what it look like. So because we know what it is a quite we want to design everything in the light of reality. So that's why you can now you have the model here. You can go through to the model before you build it, or even you can like check the light of sight. Now here have low. I just go through to the models, and then I just fly through it. You can have a look. So this will be see what you look like, and then you can see any line of sight, any defect before your design. And also you can change your option very quickly because it's a different object here. You can calculate your volume during your design. And you can see around the whole digital models here. Compared to just the CAD models, it gives you just a 2D CAD or 3D CAD, it gives you more information here in the design. So of course, I know that in Thailand, there's a lot of bridge, especially the vehicle bridge. So again, we have a tools to help you to build a bridge here. So the bridge is also based on the information modeling capability. So it can be a parametric to change. So it has an extensive substructure modeling. So you have a lot of the pier, columns, stem wall, parquet, bearing, etc. You can create very details. And this is a variable parquets. You can continue to build it and based on the template. And of course, about the superstructure for the bridge wall as well. So the bridge can support like the segmental bridge, the slab bridge, or some of the steel girder bridge as well. So why we need to have these tools for the bridge modeling? The reason is the next one. We can continues to put our bridge to do the analysis. So the bridge model can do the analysis by our products called RM bridge or lift bridge. And the important thing is after the analysis, if there's any change in the analytical models, we have the loading analysis. If you find that the loading analysis have some, uh, you need to edit it. So you need to have a higher loading, then you just add it in the RM bridge or lift bridge and feedback to the model. The model will continue to update. So that's why we have a bridge model, which is linked with our RM bridge designer as well, from the physical models to the analytical models. So after the civil, I want to give you a little bit more. I understand some of you may be just building for the buildings or the site environments. So here you can have a look. We also have the tools for the site from the site design, underground utility, roads. You just see it. I'm using the open road tools. You can also see the architectural, structural, mechanical as well. So I'll just give you a quick one. In the tools, and all the tools here, we can easy to integrate together because we share the same model format. So again, you can see here, we call our open site, which is, you can see if I want to design it as one of the site layouts, you may use doing just a simple CAD currently. But in our open site products, you can see I can just simply design like using a CAD. We can just drag a 2D site layout. I want to build a parking lot. So again, I think you will do it today by using a CAD and then away it. But I accept it. You can see all the parking lot is already done for you. So this parking lot here, all the space can be changed parametrically. So you can go to the parking here, and then you can see I want to change the parking, then you can easily change it. And then if I want to create a driveway, just a simple row for in the 2D, so I just simply draw it, give a radius, and then just simply draw it now. I think some of you may using a CAD to do it nowadays, but it will spend you like more than a week to finish. But now you can think about how fast it can create because it's all parametric and the library is already created. Okay, so it will help you to automatically to trim it and join it together. So so you can create easily. The best way for these tools is not only about the layouts. The most important thing is here, it can help you to do we call grading analysis. The reason here, after we create this site layout, we want to know the cut fill balance, and we want to know how much and how to balance this area. So these tools can help you to find out the cut and fill, and they will try to balance it and give you the cost. Then you can try different option. You can put the parking lot away. You can change the parking lot and see how is calculate the quantities here. It's also a very good tools so that it's help you to do the design as well. So go to the buildings. So the buildings, as we mentioned, we have a tool called Open Building Designer, which contains the architectural, structural, mechanical, electrical, and even the facility management as well. So because it contains the tools called microstation inside, they have a clash detection, they can do the rendering, and even they have a new capability for generative design and also the conceptual modeling as well. So this is also, again, it's a tools here. You can create your building models and do the quantity report. And then you can do some of the mechanical tools and doing some energy simulation here. And the lighting design as well. This is something that the Open Building Designer can provide to you. So nowadays, as I mentioned before, we want to do more more close to the reality twins. So it is a digital twins, as mentioned. So it is not only about the outside of the wall of the geometry. So if we want to do more like prepared for the construction, like for the wall. So we have a tools we call ProStructure to do the concrete and rebar together. So the model can continue to be used to design the rebar or the reinforcement. So you can carry the concrete, you can do your bar design and create the drawing as well. And these tools also provide you more like the steel assembly here. And then like the stair, the handrail, the truss, and the ladder is, and also quite detailed for the steel joining. It can also provide to you and help you to calculate. Okay, so I just briefed you about how the modeling tools we have. So you may have a next question to us. So I'm the senior engineer. or I'm the project manager. Oh my God, I can see so many details model here. How can I see it? Or even like Paul said that in later, while in the construction site, we can use Synco. But how about in the design? How about in work in progress stage? That's why nowadays we understand that today you design, you review the design, you still based on PDF or CAD files or even the paper. But like the 3D models, how you review it. That's why nowadays we have a tools we call iTwin Design Review nowadays. So if you're working from home, you cannot see the paper or model yet. What you have maybe just internet, okay? So that's why we have tools called iTwin Design Review, which can help you to review the models that very clearly, easily, and it is a web-based. You only need a browser to review the 2D cross-section or profile and 3D model here as well. So it's very easy for you to use. I give you one example how the user, even now work from home, how the project manager, how the senior engineer will review the design. So this is a tools in a Sweet Code. This is their project. So you can see as they mentioned, they built a tunnel project with the station. So what they only have now is they just push or publish the model into our iTwins technology, which is an IT design review here. So you can just simply to see what they have. And the important thing is they can even compare the models. They have a two version of the design. Now you can see in green color is compared to two model, which one is added, and the red color is which one is removed. So you can see the design between two versions. Currently, even using a CAD, you may difficult to find out the difference, but now in three-dimensional model, you can easy to highlight it. So it is also based on our digital twin service. It is now we enter into the we call iTwin service here. It's our target for the digital twins. So I can tell you this model can be later if we confirm the version from the work in progress, we can hand over to the Syncos for the further uh, sequence or construction sequence planning. So that's about the one of the you can see there's a hub to connect and from the design models to the construction models here. So you can easily by using this one to see the geometry. You can also give comment in your right hand side. You can see you can give the issue or the comment here. So it's very simple, and then you can check out like it is not only geometry change, but also the attribute change is also provided to you. You can have a look, just a quickly to have a look about the difference here. It's quite details. You can see a different version. Again, each of the object is highlighted. You can also calculate quantity here based on the models. Everyone can contribute to this project here. So as mentioned before, it is not only the geometry, because we can calculate the quantities. That's why if the version change, we can estimate the quantity. So from here, this example show you if the version 4 to version 5, the cost is changed. So you can see how much is increasing. Again, if you're still using a CAD drawing or even just simple BIM model, you cannot estimate it. Okay, you can, but it take a long time for the QoS. But now you have the model, it gives you a brief idea from two different versions. And also we can add some schedule there, and even the safety index, we can have a look from different version here. So because the this we call iTwin service has more capability, we also get the models information. So that's why we can integrate like using Microsoft BI, which is the BI can help you to do more dashboard, can dynamic integrate with the models and give you more information here. So you can get the dashboard here quickly and easily based on your project. Okay, so this is about how we do a lot of the design in using a digital twins. So I want to go to another part is for analysis. So both of the model, as I